Asperger and his crew pulled off a heist so daring even they didn't think they'd survive. But instead of divvying up a fat reward, they're fighting for their lives. Double-crossed and badly weakened, the crew is low on resources, allies, and hope. As old rivals and new enemies descend on them to root out the secrets of Churda Param. The thing is, I always read things with I guess one thing that it would be closest to sorry, jeez, I keep bumping a Korean pronunciation. So not the proper American one or English one, so it might be Churda Parim. I see an E. To me, it's E. So, okay. A dangerous substance capable of altering the very fabric of Grisha magic. Kaz's cunning and his team's fragile loyalties are tested to their limit. A war will be waged within the city's dark and twisting streets, a battle for revenge and redemption that will decide the future of magic and the fate of the world. Book 2 of the Six of Crows duology. Crackling dialogue and sumptuous description. If you're not careful, it'll steal all your time. Oh, I wanted to steal all my time. I'm giving it all my free time for free. Okay, let's open up the Goodreads. I'm so far away from the laptop and I'm blind as a mole. Like, I'm a blind rat, legit. So I will probably have to bring you closer, or I don't know what the hell I'm going to have to do. Let's see. Okay, no, let me lift you up for a second. The blurb is the same, but let me read you the genres that it says it contains, which is fantasy, young adult, fiction, romance, young adult fantasy, LGBT, magic, adventure, high fantasy, queer. We've got some of my faves up there, you know, the gays. So, okay. So that's the first book. I was like, oh, this is going to be a quick book haul, and it's been 8 minutes. Have I ever made a video that is going to be quick? No. Moving on. Let me tackle this one. I promise you, I've got here, I would say, not so popular books, or like those that aren't maybe spoken about all that much on BookTube. So, you know, keep watching. I promise I'm not gonna whip out Calling Over or something like that. Next up, I've got These Violent Delights. By Chloe Kong. So essentially, my best friend told me I would love this, and I listened to her. No, she described the book back in the day, and I was like, oh, you know what, that kind of sounds good, but I wasn't back in my reading era. But now that I am intrigued. Ooh, am I intrigued? Let me read you the back. Heady, smart, and vicious. Tessa Creighton, author of The Queens of Inisleer. My dog is barking, I'm going to murder her. That's a regular thing. You're not surprised, you're probably like, oh, I remember that. Nostalgia. Anyway, the year is 1926 in Shanghai. Hums to the tune of debauchery. A blood feud between two gangs runs the streets red, leaving the city in chaos. Juliet Kai, descendant of the grain. This heart-stopping debut. That's a debut. That's a slay. Okay, Miss Chloe Kong. This heart-stopping debut is an imaginative Romeo and Juliet retelling set in 1920 Shanghai, with rival gangs and a monster in the depths of the Huangpu River. Okay. Genres are fantasy, historical fiction, romance, young adult retellings, historical fiction, young adult fantasy, mystery, and there's audiobook. That's always such a random one. You know how I love how the genres repeat itself. Sometimes it's like fantasy, mystery, thriller, and all that. It gives me the like Shein way of, is it Shein or AliExpress, or you know, the kind of like way of labeling things with like hot, sexy costume nurse, Halloween, latex, dominatrix, stuff like that. You know, just throw these random words and repeat the words with the biggest minor changes, just so that it will pop up in the search bars more often. And okay, moving on. I'm wondering how I'll do this. You know, let's do this one because that's similar to these, and then we'll tackle these three, and I'll tackle the last one. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna spoil anything. So next up, we've got The Hollow Places by D. Kingfisher. I am nothing if not a D. Kingfisher stan, okay? What Moves to Dead, my baby, oh God, would I die for that book probably. It's so fun. The fact that it's coming up with the second book, so now I was like, give me everything you've got. Now, I would be lying if I would say that I'm still in my not so much fantasy era, because I am very much opening up myself to more fantasy. You'd be like, you've already mentioned these in the previous hauls, like, are you expanding? Trust me, I am. But even though I know D. Kingfisher's fantasy series is very highly regarded, I chose this one because A, look at the cover. The fact that I was able to snatch this cover, I would kiss myself if I could, okay? Because this covers everything to me. I love skulls, okay? I have unhealthy obsession with bones. I don't collect them. I know some people collect them. I feel like that makes me a little unnerved, but I love bones. And this, the bone, the skull looks so much like a sketch from my tattoo artist that she made for me. She may have found this and saw it as I used it as a reference. I know the point is, it was the first sketch, and even though I actually went with a different sketch in the end, fun fact, I still regard it as kind of my tattoo because she made it because of me. And I just saw that, I was like, it has it all, you know, it has the skull, it has the butterflies. Let me just read what's about. Pray that they are hungry. ... Kara finds the words in the mysterious bunker that she's discovered behind a hole in a wall of her uncle's house. Freshly divorced and living back at home, Kara now becomes obsessed with these cryptic words and starts exploring this peculiar area, only to discover that it holds a portal to countless alternate realities. But these places are haunted by creatures that seem to hear thoughts, and the more one fears them, the stronger they become. With her distinctive, delightfully fresh and subversive prose and the strange and sinister wonder found in Guillermo del Toro's Pan's Labyrinth, The Whole Place is a compelling and white-knuckled horror novel that you won't be able to put down. And the praise for the author are truly terrifying, righteous folkloric horror, an unsettling atmospheric read, definitely not one to miss, a hugely entertaining read. Can horror even be this rock-licking, this fun, while still delivering on the creepiness, the dread, the ick in Kingfisher's hands? It can. So yeah, since I loved the atmosphere and What Moves to Dead, the way that it was just built up was brilliant. So I am very is much more unpleasant when it's visual. This way, I feel like it can still be somewhat enjoyable, you know, the kind of like unease and just anxiety and this weird feeling within a book, I feel like could be better rather than like in a visual form. And also like audio form, like I hate that. I feel like that's just pushing me. And with the video games, I always try to calm myself down with like, it's not real, and you'll be like, well, movies aren't real. There's this certain thing about the graphics that always is like, with my eyes see that it's so evidently pixels, you know, like it's not a real human being no matter what. Like, okay, Resident Evil do be pushing it lately, but still, there might be a weird twitch of the mouth or something that you're like, baby girl, a real human doesn't move like that, you know, which is good. I love to see it. I don't want to feel like they are human because, yeah. Anyway, point is, this way I can enjoy horror, and I'm just so excited about this because What Moves the Dead has been so good. I believed Goodreads has more about this book because I read it on Goodreads. I was like, I need that. So, okay, Solo Places. I'm a dirty liar. There's literally nothing more. Okay. A young woman discovers a strange portal in her uncle's house, leading to madness and terror in this gripping new novel. So yeah, that's about that. And the genres are horror, fantasy, fiction, thriller, adult, mystery, paranormal, science fiction, mystery, thriller. So yeah. Brain that they are hungry. Oh God, I don't know, something about it. Like I'm very excited about this. Something, now that I think of it, it's giving me vibes of Coraline. And before you're like, what the fuck? I watched a video on this whole like theory of the like that behind the other mother, like there's an actual like bigger evil presence that is much more terrifying that even the other mother is like scared of it. Something like that. I don't know, but point is the vibes of what was told in the video. I'm feeling it here. Okay, yeah, I'm excited about that. And next up, I have only 3 books left, and it's more of a thin read. Shall I? You know, let's see. I will do them in the order that they're in. So next up, I've got Lie With Me, Lie With Me, Lie With Me, Lie With Me, Lie With Me by Philip Besson. So, this is, as I like to say, the sad gay genre. My favorite genre. I think, especially with it legit being on the cover by a man, how to pronounce this man's name? Andre Asiman, the author of Call Me By Your Name, which we all know how I feel about. Stunning and heart gripping. The thing is, I love, and I've mentioned this in my movie themed ramble, the aesthetics of Call Me By Your Name are immaculate to me. Nobody in their right state of mind is going to say no to Summer in Italy, you know. just separates them, and because life moves on and they as a pair can't, it's just kind of like bittersweet. Anyway, let's read what this is about. Just outside a hotel in Bordeaux, in French, Philip chances upon a young man who bears a striking resemblance to his first love. What follows is a look back at the relationship he's never forgotten. I had an affair with a boy named Thomas during their last year of high school. Thomas is the son of a farmer. Philip is the son, or would it be Philippe? Not sure how that would be, but let's go with Philip, the son of a school principal. At school, they don't acknowledge each other, but they steal time to meet in secret, carrying on a passionate, world-altering affair. Despite the intensity of their attraction, from the beginning, Thomas knows how it will end. Because you will leave, and we will stay, he says. Philip becomes a writer and travels the world, though he never lets go of the relationship that shaped him and every story he's ever told. Dazzling rendered in English by Molly Ringwald in her first ever translation, Peasant's powerfully moving coming-of-age novel captures the eroticism and tenderness of first love and the heartbreaking passage of time. It's the rare kind of story that reminds you, deep in a place you've almost forgotten, what a miracle it is, and what a heartbreak, to fall in love even once. The novel captures the full tragedy of the closet, equal parts André Asimon with Marguerite Duras. Lie with Me poignantly reflects on some of the memories, why some memories fade and others do not. Brilliantly reminds readers of the joys and agonies of love. It is as immediately involving and heartbreaking as a tale of gay first love as I can recall, direct and devastating. A sexy, pure, and radiant story. I don't like that review. Yeah, I believe it's just going to be the one that hits you where it hurts, So let's read on Goodreads. Okay, there's something more on Goodreads. Okay, we drive at high speed along back roads, through woods, vineyards, and oat fields. The bike smells like gasoline and makes a lot of noise, and sometimes I'm frightened when the wheels slip on the gravel on the dirt road. But the only thing that matters is that I'm holding on to him outside. Guys, I don't think I will survive this actually. I take it all back. This will leave me shattered for the rest of my life. I already have tears in my eyes. Guys, I don't think... Why do I do this to myself? Why do I choose the sad gaze genre? Why do I do this? Okay, let's read the genres. Fiction, LGBT, romance, queer, contemporary, literary fiction, gay, France, adult. I love me a good contemporary literary fiction read, I do think that's my favorite, especially if it's gay. Because having that kind of representation in books is just, there's something so special about it, Especially if, I feel like it's so much more special if it's something that shows how normal and how love feels the same way it feels for straight pairs. Through the eyes of a queer person. But yet, the hardship they have to face for just loving someone that is like them is just, And I read that little snippet and I already feel dead inside, so that's not good. God, I feel like this will actually ruin me, and not in a way that I expect Little Life to ruin me. This will ruin me in a way that it was so beautiful to the point that I'm just, oh God, pain. Okay, moving on. I can't do all of this because I'm going to cry. Next up, we've got On Earth We're Briefly Gorgeous by Ocean Wong. Look at that cover, that is so beautiful. So stunning. I forget to do triggers because I'm a chatty bitch. And I can never shut up. feel any certain way how I feel about Lie With Me, like I know, and I'm so like, yes, I need to read Lie With Me, and I'm so eager to dive into that story. While I'm not so eager for this, I feel like exactly this will be that story that will leave me shook to my core with how much I loved it. I feel like that's going to be the case. Let's read the one on Goodreads. It has a 4.05 rating, which is really good. Okay. Is that the same? Okay, no, there's more. We love Goodreads for giving us more. Sorry that I'm off the screen, but I'm legit blind. I am a mole, okay? I don't want. Okay, we finished where I finished with the book, and continues. At once a witness to defraud the undeniable love between a single mother and her son, it is also a brutally honest exploration of race, class, and masculinity, asking questions central to our American moment, immersed as we are in addiction, violence, and trauma, but undergirded by compassion and tenderness on earth where briefly gorgeous is as much about the power of telling one's story as it is about obliterating silence of not being heard. With stunning urgency and grace, Ocean Wong writes of people caught between disparate worlds and how we feel and how we heal and rescue one another without forsaking who we are. The question of how to survive and how to make it a kind of joy. Power is the most important deep novel of many years. Okay, and the genre safe fiction, poetry, LGBT, contemporary, queer, literary fiction, adult novels, adult fiction. Okay. You see, I'm telling you, I feel like this is the one unassuming read that maybe doesn't strike you as something extraordinary from the blurb and everything, but once you read it, it will become your favorite read for what it is, Okay, and the last one, I feel like we're doing good with the time. I'm just going to prepare it. Okay. Is Things We Do Not Tell the People We Love. This is a collection of short stories. I believe there's around 10 or maybe a little less than 15. You know what? Let me tell you how many exactly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, 10 short stories that essentially talk about different people, different instances in life, and they usually are about one certain topic or a theme. Let me just read you the blurb and then I'll talk about, since I've actually started this. A breathtaking collection of stories about our most intimate relationships and the secrets alone in it because their husband, like, while he's supportive, he's like, well, you did invite her, you are the one who did it, like, or you will read a story about a girl who, had her first, like, teenage love experience, kind of, but and the way that she was brought up and the community that she lives in has very strict rules, and all of that was kind of a secret, but then the secret gets out, and she's not the one who was painted as the victim in the situation because it all was kind of more unpleasant. It's nothing violent. It's very much something that may happen to every single person. Probably has happened, but people don't deem it as something worth telling others about because they think it's such a minuscule, ridiculous thing. That, for example, the girl is like, oh, well, he did kiss me. Did he ask for consent? No. Did I kind of want to pull away? Yes. Did I realize that no matter what I'll say, he probably won't stop, so I was quiet and let him do whatever he wanted? Yes. Did he do anything extremely violating? No. But did it leave her feeling weird? And rather that he took something from her than any kind of joy, Yes. And it all kind of comes to her finding out that it's like, well, she gave him the impression that she wanted it, And suddenly, that kind of notion carries with her for the rest of her life. And even when she has a healthy relationship, she doesn't tell the person she loves because she thinks it's ridiculous. It's like all of that thing that transpires. It's like, why did any of it happen? It's so stupid. But yet it had such a big